Today, this will be the third time we went to Sea Point. And Sea Point, every Saturday, there have been a freedom gathering where people come and gather. They exercise their constitutional right to gather in a public space. And last week was enormous, and so was the previous week. Today was quiet. There was probably at the end not more than 60 people. But the problem is the police were running up behind people and pushing them. And I witnessed not more than 2 meters in front of me, police using their batons to hit two senior women, two elderly women. They must have been quite above the age of 60. And I saw them firsthand getting beaten by the cops. And that's when I bent down to try help the one lady up. And then I saw more police running. And then I thought, okay, time to go. And then I went to go walk to the railing by the ocean. I thought, let me just go stand by the sea and wait for Des, wait for my husband, see where he is, because I wasn't sure where he is at that point. And it was then. I was wearing a mask. I was alone. I was calmly walking towards the rails by the ocean, away from the crowd, when 3 police ran towards me and literally physically attacked me. So they broke their shield on my body, hit me in the arm, and kicked my leg. I can't walk. I'm limping right now.
Together against what's happening, and they go on like this. That is our police in South Africa. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. What is going on here? What about the EFF? No? Come. Leave her alone, please. Please, just leave her. Please leave her. Please, please leave her alone. Just leave. Can somebody not help her?
It's like they tried to break my leg. They kicked me just below my knee on the side, but luckily they underestimated my strength, and they're underestimating the strength of South Africans, and I want them to know that. So that's what happened. Apparently a 6-year-old was shoved by the police as well with his father. I did not witness that. Now, a lot of people... Oh, thanks, Carmen. Carmen says, Lauren, I have footage of a cop breaking his shield on you. Please send it to me. A lot of people might say, you know, why do you bring your children to these things? Why do you bring your children? But we were in the middle of Sea Point. We have every right to demonstrate, to protest, not riot. There's a difference between protesting and riots. We have every right to gather under the Gathering Act. There's a law in this country that allows citizens to gather for any cause that they believe in. So there's nothing wrong with involving your children in political processes such as gathering. It's part of public participation. And I'm so, so grateful I left my children at home. But I feel so, so sorry for that 6-year-old boy that was knocked down to the ground. And my heart really goes out to him. He is probably going to be traumatized for the rest of his life. Hi, Eleanor. I haven't seen you on here for ages. Lauren must go lay a charge against the police. Unfortunately, you can't. How do you lay a charge at the police because of the police? I do not trust the police. I do not trust the legal system. I do not trust any mainstream system at all. One thing I must mention is that there was no media presence. We were there, as I said, this is our third or fourth day at Sea Point, and there was zero media presence. There was media presence last week and the week before, lots of media presence. This week, there was none. So this is speculation. This is my opinion. But I believe the media was told to stay away so that the police could intimidate the public. They saw that we were less. They saw that they could take a chance. So there's one of two scenarios here. Number one, they either want to intimidate us into silence, or number two, they want us to retaliate so that this can get blown out of proportion. The public protector was appointed by Cyril Ramaphosa, Annette. The whole system is captured. All the Chapter 9 institutions, which are supposed to protect democracy, the heads of those institutions are appointed by the president of the country, and the president of the country is appointed by who? Those that pull the strings in this world. So there is no public protection. There is no South African police service. There's only state entities protecting the power of the state. So I must just clarify that, Annette. So, yeah, the police brutalized the public. I was so close to seeing elderly women getting beaten for no reason. The public was not antagonistic towards the police at all. They were minding their own business, and when the police ran towards them, the public started dispersing. So it's not like a group of people were there with rocks in their hand. It wasn't like we were all carrying weapons and shouting at the police, not at all. The police came after us. They wanted to intimidate us. And do they want us to retaliate? Perhaps. When the police attacked me, I did not retaliate at all. I stood there and I couldn't walk faster than this guy was pushing me into the railing at Sea Point. So there was nothing I could do to get away from him, which is absolutely abuse. As Debbie L said, she's at the hospital right now because she can hardly walk because she was beaten with a baton on her head. I think the fact that I was wearing an OM t-shirt and the fact that she was wearing a Farm Murder t-shirt made us stand out. So they saw us as perhaps political, and that's why they came after us specifically. There were people that were just Sea Point goers, beach goers, joggers, cyclists who were not wearing masks even. And the police absolutely ignored them and only targeted very specific people. Oh, Eleanor, don't worry. We are way tougher than that. One thing I must emphasize is that the police brutality does not show the strength of the state. Police brutality shows the state's weakness. They are acting because they are cornered. They are acting because they are starting to feel disempowered. And they preyed on the most vulnerable today. And that is sickening. And I look forward to the day when there is a new government and all these people can be held to account. Yeah, the state is vulnerable, absolutely. MB Safronovitz, it definitely seems like it. Shahima, 100%, a bunch of cowards beating on women. Is that what they call serve and protect? The sad part is our taxpayers' money is paying for them to beat us. We're not criminals. We are just gathering for a cause that we believe in. It is our constitutional right. And we just got trampled on, literally. Remember, the police are, as much as I've never ever respected the police, ever. I remember being a 6-year-old little girl in my house. My mom called the police because I think something was stolen. And I was looking at them up and down with the most inherent distrust for these people in blue. And that feeling has carried with me from the age of 6 to this day. I am not a fan of the police at all. And they are also just following orders. And yes, what happened was wrong on their part, but those orders come from somewhere. Where do they come from? Do they come from Cyril Ramaphosa? Do they come from the richest families of South Africa that are pulling the strings behind the scenes? Do they come from local government in charge of the Western Cape and Cape Town? Where do those orders come from? I have my suspicions, but again, let me just, am I missing a question? Absolutely, I'll mention that, Nana Anita. The answer is the organic humanity movement, what we are doing on the ground. I just want to read what Anita said here quickly. Anita is also a member. So sorry you guys had to go through this. I just hope that more people will see the true colors of the oppressors through this incident. I hope so as well. And I think, we know what's going on around the world with regards to the freedom of movement being curtailed if you don't make certain medical decisions. And I think we know where this is going. If the police could do this to a group of 60 people, perfectly exercising their constitutional rights, what are they going to do when the government gets more forceful with regard to the medical decisions that we have to take? And that is a problem. So South Africans, anyone that is listening, you need to decide. You need to decide. Are you going to work to maintain your freedom, or are you going to watch it get taken from you? You have to make a decision. I know there's bills to pay. You have to keep your job. You need to pay the car. You need to buy groceries. Very soon, none of that will be possible without bowing to government authority. This is just a microcosm of what is coming. And, it might make you feel hopeless, but the Organic Humanity Movement has the answer. You need to become a member of the Organic Humanity Movement if you want to safeguard South Africa, the entire South Africa, against state authority, because that's the last thing we want. Ruth, heavens, I'm grateful you are basically okay if shocked and bruised. Yeah, bruised and I can hardly walk, but hey, it is what it is. Eleanor, that is beautiful. There are more of us than there is of them. We stand strong. And Omega, when you become a member of OM, you become part of Omega. And Omega has the framework in which we can unite millions of South Africans. So if you are a member of OM, and this is something I'll share with everyone right now on this channel because I think the situation calls for it. If you're a member of OM, you know that there are 4 specific stages of the strategy. The first stage is recruitment. And because we're only 1,300 members, we are heavily in recruitment phase. Please listen carefully to those that support us. We need your membership. We need you part of the movement, not just to vote for us, because elections mean very little. Elections is just a tool that we are using as part of our strategy, but it's a very small cog in the entire system and the entire strategy. We need your membership. If you follow this channel, but you're not signed up as a member, we need your membership. It's the membership and what we do because of our membership that will guarantee that South Africa remains a free country. Shirley Erasmus, for us here, it is freedom or nothing. And people, we can't play nice anymore. We need to speak to our friends, family, and neighbors, and they need to decide, are they going to be with us or are they going to be against us? They need to decide, are they going to be for freedom or are they going to be pro-state? Anyone pro-state is an enemy to freedom, an enemy to liberty, an enemy to life, and an enemy to humanity. Thank you, Linda. This needs to go viral and hopefully thousands will wake up and join OHM, the only solution. The most telling thing was that there was no media presence. I'm pretty sure on command there was no media presence so that this could take place. And I'm sure whatever you do read out there in the news, if it does get out there, will be so twisted. Christopher, as I said, when the police attacked me, I did not retaliate. We don't retaliate. We don't condone violence. We don't attack. We prepare and strengthen. That is it. Debbie must please not allow any injections. Hospitals are just as corrupt. Absolutely. This is not a good time to get injured, and this is not a good time to need emergency care. Absolutely. Federers, shun these individual policemen, heap scorn on them individually in person, do not serve them in businesses, do not socialize with them, put them in Coventry. I love that. Well, I think the video footage has got the one policeman's face. So let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can find a badge. Maggie, I got a new member to join yesterday. Alice joined online. So yes, members, we're definitely going to continue and speed up Omega training. I suggest anyone that hasn't done module 1 of Omega training, do it as soon as possible. Remember, we got information that the mandates will be in full force by November. If 30 policemen can do this to 60 people, including elderly and women and children, imagine what's coming, people. Thank you, Eleanor. Can't wait for that. Edric, yeah, we're okay. I mean, we can handle anything. We really can. We've been through so much. This is just, my heart broke when I saw those old ladies getting beaten with a baton. They did nothing. They really did nothing. They were walking away. It is unbelievable. Police are escalating. I saw Des being chased by 2 policemen. Is he okay? He is fine. He is fine. He knows how to handle himself in those situations. And T. Christie, 100%. They are absolute cowards. I always say, and Sun Tzu, who wrote Art of War, confirms it himself, that to attack, if you attack, you've already lost. And if both sides attack, both have lost. And this entire Omega and OHM strategy is based on the art of war. We do not attack. We do not retaliate. We just grow in numbers and grow in strength quietly. I'm urging everyone to please join the Organic Community Movement, because only once you're a member can we begin recruiting and organizing and then mobilizing. Have you guys got Arnica or Rescue Remedy? Arnica's, we're fine though, but we're fine. Yeah, we're going to be okay. Rescue Remedy. I got Rescue Remedy for our cat when we traveled with him from Joburg, but I don't take any. I literally don't take any supplements. I don't take vitamins. I don't take not even herbal remedies. I live off fruit and vegetables and chocolate. And that's fine. And an optimistic attitude. The mind is more powerful than anything. Maggie Smith, I spoke to other friends and they will vote DA because they say they want to vote against ANC, but have not seen anything but OHM. But have not seen anything about OHM. Again, because we are so much more than a political party, we are a movement. And in some instances, we've stayed out of the radar, under the radar on purpose. And this is why the primary source of spreading awareness for OHM is person to person. Members going out and speaking to other people to become members. The cops must go in the dustbin. We'll have our day. Please, guys, share far and wide. The OHM is the only solution for us. Marina, can Des still run fast? Absolutely. He is 50 after all and will be a grandfather soon. He is actually, Des must share his athlete days with you. Des is very, very fast. And so am I, and so are my kids. We are luckily a fast family. Although I must say being on tour for a year has made me quite unfit. So I have to go get my fitness back. I think we're all going to need it, people. All of you can do well to become fitter. I don't care if you can run 100 meters or 1,000 kilometers. It doesn't matter. Do what you can to get fitter than you currently are. Anything to become strong physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Do that. Maggie, yes, fruit, veg, and chalk. Me too. The only problem with chocolate is that there's literally genetically modified soya lecithin into it, in it. But hey, We all need our coping mechanisms. Below Perda. I love Afrikaans. Did you not see those legs on the live stream the other day? Well done, Eleanor. Then you'll definitely have them. Where's the video about Sea Point? There's lots of footage. I'm not sure how we're going to roll it out. We're definitely going to try and get some international attention there, because I don't think our local media, our South African media, is going to cover this. They were definitely, in my opinion, told to stay away so that the police could bully our citizens. Okay, awesome. So people, that's what happened today. It is disgusting on the police's part. No one was doing anything wrong. No one was doing anything more wrong than the people enjoying the promenade on their own. People were self-distancing in that circle where they were gathered. There was space between people. The crowd wasn't nearly as huge as last week. So this was definitely a tactic, in my opinion, a KGB tactic, because I haven't even covered what the police said over the loudspeakers. The psychological psyop they played on the crowd was unbelievable. But that's another day. And that's why Omega training is important, because crowds can learn how to handle specific situations. So what happened today doesn't happen in the future. We need members. I mean, we'll share the footage on specific channels, not in public. But I mean, me seeing how grannies were treated, children, and an old man as well got beaten. Seeing that, when you see that footage, and when you see the footage that is out there on Facebook, let it motivate you to realize this isn't about the elections. This isn't about voting, although we need that. That's part of the strategy. It's not about that. It's about so much more. It's about awakening to our independence. It's awakening to our freedom, and it's acting accordingly. All of us are economic slaves, and that is the first and biggest mistake. We need to guard against food shortages. We need to guard against water shortages. We need to be prepared. Let me finish this live stream and continue creating the Omega training module 2 and 3 material, so that members can get it as soon as possible. Let us, from this point until December, strengthen ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, and let us prepare to be independent of government and corporate control. And if you become a member and go through Omega, you'll understand what that means. People, the whole situation, being attacked, thank goodness my kids went with, they would have been so traumatized. I feel sorry for the kids that were there. When it was happening to me, I thought upon apartheid days and how much injustice people had to endure at the hands of the apartheid police. But one state just gets replaced with another state, and the police, no matter which regime it is used against the people. It is heartbreaking. And we can't let something like this happen again. Everything there reminded me as well, and I just want to end on this. Let me just get some comments. There were people thrown into vans at the end. Oh, I didn't see that. Best wishes, love and blessings upon everything you do. Don't go just yet, people. I have a challenge for you. Yes, Maggie Smith, thanks for specifying. To join OM is 3 minutes. Complete the form online. The Omega training is, thank you, T. Christie. The Omega training is brilliant. All OM members must do it. And T. Christie, you've only done module 1, so can you imagine what's coming? This is how we strengthen a nation. And on that, I just want to end. This whole experience reminded me of the South African national anthem. So we often sing the national anthem. No, we don't often sing the national anthem. Maybe at certain sporting events, maybe kids at school still sing the national anthem. But we as citizens don't sing the national anthem. There's hardly an opportunity to sing it. But this experience just made me think of the national anthem. And I want to read it to you before we end the stream. And I want to challenge you to go and read the lyrics in English if you don't understand the other words. If the other languages, go read it in English. Let it sink to the depths of your heart and soul. Let us live out the national anthem. This is a special country. South Africa will be liberated. my leg will heal, my arm will heal, and guess what? South Africa will also heal. And that is what they are afraid of. The, the whole of Africa is going to rise. The West will fall, and it will be because of Africa. I see Africa as a sleeping and abused woman that is slowly awakening to her strength, to her purpose, to her potential. That is Africa. That is the African story. And South Africa has a very, very special role to play. Paolo, that's so mean. I'm going to read the national anthem to you, and then I'm going to close the session. We have a lot of work to do. There's no time to rest. We're going to try work on Amiga training so we can get module 2 out before next week, so we can start working on module 3 and then module 4. We actually should finish module 4 before November if what we know is coming is coming. So here we go. Listen and let this sink into your souls. Let this sink into the depths of your hearts. Get to know the national anthem. It really is a special song. It is actually a prayer. I'm not sure what religion everyone is. I'm not sure if anyone is religious, but this is a prayer. And that's our national anthem. It's a prayer. It's special. So let me just make sure there's no questions, and then we can get to it. Okay, great. Oh, no. Internet work. It says, I'm going to read it in English, seeing that a lot of the comments here are from English speakers. And I think sometimes we sing the words without knowing their meaning. We need to fix that. We need to learn the words and understand their meaning in the native tongue, in Sotho and in Xhosa and in Zulu. But let's read the English. It says, Lord bless Africa. Not South Africa, Africa. May her glory be lifted high. Hear our prayers. Lord, bless us, your children. Lord, we ask you to protect our nation, intervene and end all conflicts. Protect us. Protect our nation. Protect South Africa, South Africa. From the blue of our skies, from the depths of our seas, over everlasting mountains where the echoing crags resound, sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. That is the mission of the Organic Humanity Movement. This is what we mean when we say liberate South Africa. Get to know the anthem and let us live that out. Thank you, everybody. I will see you soon, I guess. I'll probably be doing more videos as things get busier. And love you all. Let's gather the citizens. Let's gather the citizens so that we can come back stronger than ever. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend. And let's get strong together and let's get more prepared together.